Здравствуйте! Hello guys! My name is Anastasia. I'm a guide around St. Petersburg, the cultural capital of the biggest country in the world. Follow me and I'll tell you more about our beautiful city.
St. Petersburg is the second largest city in Russia, with population over 5 million people. And it is the former capital of Russian Empire. There are more than 18,000 old buildings which had been built before the revolution of 1917. The city center is a UNESCO heritage site, so welcome to the city monument, the city hero and the city legend. Let's walk around. This is the monument of bronze horseman, which is devoted to Peter the Great, the founder of our city. We can see him riding a horse and wearing simple garment. And there is one more creature in this composition. His horse is standing on a snake, which is a symbol of the victory over all enemies who were against Peter the Great's reforms.
First of all, Peter the Great himself, he was a very extraordinary person. When he got the throne, it was the end of the 17th century, he did the most unusual thing and unexpected thing for Russian Tsar. He left the throne and he went traveling. He traveled around Europe. This trip was called the Great Embassy. He traveled incognito. Nobody knew that he was the Russian Tsar. When he came back to Russia, he understood that Russia needed some further development and he started his reforms. But some of the reforms were really weird. For example, he made people cut beards. The thing is that in Europe it was out of fashion, and afterwards he made people brush their teeth every day. It was like a law, it was order of the Tsar, and he made people wear European clothes. The history of the city's foundation is really unique. It differs from the other cities in the world. While the other cities were founded historically, St. Petersburg was founded according to the plan in a very short period of time. We even know the exact birthday of our city. It's 27th of May 1703. So Peter the Great conquered this marshy and inappropriate for living territory during the Northern War with Sweden, which lasted for 21 years. And when he stepped on the territory on a very small island, he saw an eagle flying over his head, and he decided that it was a sign to build a new fortress here on this territory. And this date, when he put the first stone in the construction of this fortress, is considered to be the city's birthday. And now we are going to have a walk around the landmark of our city, Peter and Paul Fortress. So the construction of this fortress started in the beginning of 18th century. Until nowadays it is full of people and it is full of history. The entrance in the Peter and Paul Fortress is totally free. You should pay only for entrance in the museum. So now we are going to enter the fortress through the historical gates. They are called Peter's gates, and they are really unusual ones. So let's come closer and look at the bas-relief on the top. This bas-relief is really allegoric.
It is called the magician Simon cast down by Apostle Peter. According to the legend, magician Simon tried to get to the heaven with the help of magic and to entitle himself the god. But Apostle Peter stopped him and Simon fell down from the heaven. So we can easily guess that it is an allegory. Arrogant Simon represents the king of Sweden, Karl VII, and Apostle Peter represents Peter I.
So the Interesting fact about Peter and Paul Fortress is that it has never accomplished its original function. It has never been attacked, fortunately. But on the territory on Peter and Paul Fortress you can find a lot of museums, you can find the even former prison, and you can find the cathedral.
Peter and Paul Cathedral was considered to be the tallest in the city for a very long period of time. It is about 122 meters high. There is a tower clock which every day chimes a melody, God save the Tsar. Moreover, it is the burial place of the Romanov dynasty.
As I already mentioned, that on the territory of Peter and Paul Fortress you can find a beautiful cathedral, a lot of museums, and a former prison. This prison is called Russian Bastille. The thing is that after the foundation of the city and the construction of the fortress in 15 years, one of the bastions started to be used as a prison, and the first prisoner was the son of Peter the Great, Alexei, who was against his father's reforms. And since 19th century the Russian Bastille started to be used as a political prison. It was very strict prison with a tough regime. The main principles of this regime was the total silence, the lack of activities, loneliness, and constant supervision. So now we are standing next to the other monument devoted to Peter the Great. You can see how it differs from the previous one which we saw. The thing is that this one is more modern. It was created in 1991 by Michael Shemyakin, and it is very controversial, I can say, monument, because you can see that Peter the Great has very big body and very small head and very prolonged fingers. The thing is that in reality Michael Shemyakin, he wanted to follow the traditions of icon paintings, because usually in Russian icons the saints, they have very long bodies and long fingers.
Moreover, it is based on the after-death mask of the emperor and his waxed figure. On the territory of the fortress, children are counting hares. There are a lot of them, because the island where the fortress is situated is called Hares Island. That's why these cute animals became a symbol of it. Also on the territory there is a mint. This plant was established by Peter and produced medals and coins, and it still works.
Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe my channel, put likes, come to Russia and explore the city.